This is a demonstration of a new concept of soft alarms that I've started writing into the routines. I'm calling this like a second tier soft alarm or soft alarm for the routines. In this case, for this demonstration, what I've done is the train that would normally be parked in the side track, I have it moved out and parked on the main line north. I do have a train on the team track, but that's going to be irrelevant for this test. What this is going to show is, say, if I want to run the main and side alternating run, the conditions aren't right or aren't satisfied for that routine to run because the train's not on the side track. But to show first, say for example, if I was going to run the main line, I just want to run the main line train, it's going to immediately go into a hard alarm in this case because there's more than one train detected on the main line, and what the routine's going to do is energize all the mainline tracks, so the PLC has no way to know which way the trains are going to start up, so there could be a potential for a collision. So that would be a fatal condition, so it shuts it down. Now, as I was saying, for the main and side alternating run, if I were to start up this routine, you'll see it actually shows a different soft alarm screen saying, routine or a tier 2, and shows that says, well, I don't see a train on the side track, so I can't run the routine, and it returns to the screen after 5 seconds and the routine is ended. So that would mean that the conditions aren't right for this routine to run, but it doesn't necessarily mean that another routine couldn't run. That's why I'm not considering this a fatal condition. Let me show an example of that in a second. Now, what I've done for this part of the demonstration is I moved the train back into the side track, and the main and side alternating run does not actually care where the train is on the main line. But what I've done is I've actually packed both of the trains onto the team track so that there's no train on the main line. It's a tight fit, but again, for this demonstration, the PLC is not going to be looking at the team track. So the condition is that we do have a train on the side track, but we do not have one on the main line. So in this case, if we go to run the routine, it's going to take a few extra seconds, but it will time out or error out. Indicating that there's no train on the main line. It took a couple seconds longer because after it looks for the train on the side track and it throws the switches to the throughway, it does a mainline sense, energizes the track and looks for a train on the main line. In this case, it didn't see one, so then it throws a soft alarm saying, okay, I don't see one on the main line. And as I said a few seconds ago, although that the conditions aren't correct for this routine to run, it doesn't mean another routine can't run. Say, for example, I can say I want to run the side train on the main line. Now the conditions would be correct, that it would throw the switches 1 and 2 to turn out and energize the train on the side track, and it's going to do its thing to move the train forward, reverse, wrong direction. Of course, this is the old goofy guy, but here on the side track seems to run fine. So as shown, although it was a soft alarm condition for the one routine, we could run it fine here. And as you heard, when the train entered the throughway east, it threw those switches 1 and 2 back to the throughway. So that way this train will actually now just run around the main line. So now I can now tell it, okay, I want to stop the train, and I'm going to put it back in the side track. So as demonstrated, although this main and side alternating run routine cannot run because the conditions aren't right, other routines are capable of running. That's why I've decided to call this like a soft alarm tier 2. And as you could hear, the switches were thrown to the side, or the turnout for the sidetrack, because I'm going to tell it I want to stop the train in the sidetrack. So it's brought into the sidetrack and stopped. And this routine has ended. So this is a demonstration of soft alarm tier 2 or routine soft alarms.